I didn't exactly hear the entire question, but it's related to the suspense of launching weather balloons at the National Weather Service located in Valley, Nebraska. I'm Suzanne Fortin. I'm the meteorologist in charge there, so I'm the one that oversees the office. So we had to cease launching the weather balloon simply due to current staffing and expecting staffing shortfalls within the next month. We are down almost 50% in our staffing of meteorologists. So these are individuals that are highly trained that are able to launch these balloons and look at the data and make sure the data is correct. And because of these staffing shortfalls, unfortunately we had to stop launching the weather balloons, because as we go into severe weather season, the information that comes from those balloons is critical for the forecast models we use for prediction, but it takes about 2.5 hours between the time you prepare the balloon and package for launch and launching and watching it as it climbs up to 100,000 feet in the atmosphere. So that time can be taken away for us analyzing radar and satellite data for the detection of severe local storms. So particularly when the weather gets very bad, like it did on Arbor Day last year with tornadoes, that 2.5 hours, that's golden in terms of our ability to look at the nitty-gritty and be able to tell you that there will be a tornado that will be impacting your home and community, and for you to start making those preparations to remain safe before the tornado strikes. So at the expense of weather balloons, we would rather focus our energy in looking at other data that will allow us to be able to give you the advanced prediction that a tornado will occur. And I'll do a little bragging. The office here, like Becky alluded to, 5 times the normal amount of tornado activity last year. And just in general, a historic year in severe weather, the office in Valley was the #1 in the nation in terms of predicting tornadoes in advance and giving you up to 24 minutes of lead time before a tornado developed and struck your home. But the last line of defense is always going to be you. It's you, and that's why we would rather have you be prepared rather than scared during severe weather. So that's the reason that we're suspending, so we can focus on those life-saving warnings that will keep people safe.
I guess how do you make sure that we don't have a gap, that we can continue to do that, without those balloons?
Yes, and there are instances when there may be a little bit more staffing that will do special launches after being reached out to by the Storm Prediction Center, which is located in Norman, Oklahoma, and the Weather Prediction Center, which is located in Washington, D.C. So we will try to do those special launches when asked. So it won't be 0 launches, but for the time being, routine launches, which we've released weather balloons, or the National Weather Service and its predecessor, for 150 years in Omaha or near Omaha. But for the time being, like I said, we're going to focus on getting those warnings out to you. But if there's a need, if it's a high-end severe weather day expectations, then we will make that balloon launch when that data is critical for us to be able to predict severe weather here in Nebraska or into Iowa, or even during hurricanes that could be impacting the Gulf and eastern coast. So there will be some launches, and if and when we do get additional staffing, we'll resume launches. But right now, with 50% staffing, it's very difficult to do that and also pay attention to all the fine-tuned details that we need for prediction of tornadoes and severe winds, hail, and everything else that makes life difficult at times during the springtime months.
One more question. Regarding staffing, are you worried at all that the shortage of staffing and that it may increase in terms of the amount of staffing you don't have? And how will that impact your ability to warn
So repeating the question whether this continued shortfall in staffing could affect our abilities in general in predicting, there will be, because anybody that's been in a situation where you don't have enough bodies to do the work and a small group is doing that work, it leads to exhaustion and affects your physical and mental health. I can say we have been short-staffed for over a year now, and so we gave our hearts into last year in making sure you were safe. And there was mental and physical toll, and we'll have to continue that. But we are the most passionate group of individuals, at least particularly. I've been working in weather for 40 years, and there is such a heart in the office in Nebraska that I cannot express. And we will continue to give our all. We will ask for support if is given at a larger level, but we will continue to give our all and our heart to keep you safe.